The world is changing, not incrementally, not gradually, but exponentially. The old rules are crumbling, the familiar is fading. We stand at the precipice of a new era, an era defined by disruption and brimming with opportunity. This is not the time for complacency. This is the time to awaken, to adapt, to conquer. For millennia, the pace of change remained relatively constant. Generations lived and died with similar realities. But the 21st century has shattered this pattern. Technology explodes forward at an unprecedented rate. Artificial intelligence, once a whisper in science fiction, is now a roaring engine of progress. The very fabric of society is being rewoven before our eyes. This new era is not for the faint of heart. It demands resilience, adaptability, and a hunger for knowledge. It demands that we shed the skin of the past and embrace the unknown. It demands that we become the architects of our own destiny. The future is not something that happens to us, it is something we create. The next decade will be a crucible, forging the future of humanity. Artificial intelligence, once confined to laboratories and research papers, will permeate every aspect of our lives. Jobs will be redefined, automated, and in some cases eliminated entirely. The workforce of tomorrow will need to be nimble, adaptable, and constantly learning. Digital finance will continue its relentless march, reshaping the global economy. Cryptocurrency, once a niche interest, will become mainstream. Central banks will grapple with digital currencies, challenging the very foundations of traditional monetary systems. The flow of capital will be instantaneous, borderless, and potentially destabilizing. Climate change, no longer a distant threat, will unleash havoc upon the planet. Extreme weather events, once rare, will become commonplace. Sea levels will rise, displacing millions. Resource scarcity will spark conflict. The very survival of our species will depend on our ability to innovate and cooperate on an unprecedented scale. Warfare, too, will evolve. Gone are the days of armies clashing on battlefields. The new battleground is cyberspace. Nations will wage silent wars with lines of code, crippling infrastructure and sowing chaos from afar. Autonomous weapon systems, powered by AI, will raise profound ethical questions about the nature of conflict and the future of humanity. These disruptions, while promising immense progress, will come at a cost. Millions will find their skills obsolete, their livelihoods vanished. The gap between the haves and the have-nots will widen, threatening social unrest and political instability. The very fabric of society will be strained as traditional institutions struggle to adapt. The rise of artificial intelligence raises profound questions about the nature of work and the value of human labor. What happens when machines can outperform humans in nearly every field? How do we ensure that the benefits of this technological revolution are shared equitably? The shift to digital finance carries risks. Cyber attacks and financial fraud will become increasingly sophisticated. The anonymity of digital currencies could empower criminal networks. Climate change will exacerbate existing inequalities, hitting the poorest and most vulnerable the hardest. Mass migrations will strain social safety nets and fuel political tensions. The very foundations of global order will be tested as nations grapple with the consequences of a warming planet. Section 4. Thriving in the Age of Disruption. Yet, amidst this maelstrom of change, opportunity beckons. Those who embrace this new era, who adapt and evolve, will not merely survive, they will thrive. The key to success in this rapidly changing world lies in knowledge, adaptability, and a willingness to embrace lifelong learning. Mastering the tools of the digital age is no longer optional. It is essential. Learn the language of artificial intelligence. Understand the principles of digital finance. Develop your critical thinking skills, for they will be your most valuable asset in a world awash in information and misinformation. Cultivate adaptability. The jobs of tomorrow may not even exist today. Be prepared to pivot, to retrain, to reinvent yourself multiple times throughout your career. Embrace a growth mindset, constantly seeking out new knowledge and skills. Develop resilience. The road ahead will be fraught with challenges. Setbacks are inevitable. But it is not the absence of failure that defines success. It is the ability to rise above it. Cultivate a positive mindset, surround yourself with a supportive network, and never, ever give up. Section 5. Prepare or perish. The future rewards the bold. The future belongs to those who prepare for it. This is not a time for complacency. This is not a time for fear. This is a time for action. Embrace the unknown. Challenge the status quo. Seize the opportunities that lie ahead. History teaches us a profound lesson. Those who adapt survive. Those who innovate thrive. Those who cling to the past are swept aside by the relentless tide of progress. We are standing at the cusp of a new era, an era of unprecedented change and unparalleled opportunity. The choice is ours. We can be swept away by the currents of change, or we can become the masters of our own destiny. The time for hesitation is over. The time for action is now. Prepare for the future or be prepared to perish. The future rewards the bold.